What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Quentin here from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse, and on today's Tip Tuesday, we're going to try something a little bit new. We had a customer that watches our YouTube videos call in and say, "I seen something that might be a little too good to be true," and that is sewing on screen mesh. That's right, like the same screen you see in your windows or your screen doors. So we said, well, we got a service tech on hand. We'll sacrifice our machine for it, and we'll try it out for you. So we're going to start with what you need. What you need is going to be some screen that you can get at any big box hardware store. And the nice thing about this is it can really come in multiple colors. Black, white, and gray were the first ones that I saw. But the cool thing is it's not really going to be overly expensive. I bought 25 feet of this for $8. So it's really a cheap way and a cool way to get something different. Your next thing is going to need is your sew and wash stabilizer. This is the same stabilizer that you use for things like patches. You're going to put it on the back of your screen to stabilize the stitching, and when you're done, throw it under a sink, throw it in a washer, and you'll be good to go. Now, I have done my due diligence in making sure that the machine is okay to handle this stuff. I will leave the creativity stuff up to you because I promise you're going to be better at that. I have some smaller samples here in front of me, which are nice to see because it shows you are limited to no embroidery machine. If you have a 4x4 machine, you can do this, or if you have one of the larger machines, you can really go crazy with it. If you're really festive and you want to have the coolest house on the block this Christmas, I promise you, no one else is going to have embroidered screen windows. We will from here move into our hooping. So you'll notice I have a couple things that you've probably seen before if you watch our videos. That's our dime hoop mat with the grid to make our stuff nice and square. But it's really easy with this because it's kind of a crosshatch material. Making it square is not very hard. So I'm going to drop it over. Now, as with any hooping project, a magnetic hoop is going to make life easier, but especially when I'm using an oddball material like screen, where I'm having to press a hoop down into it, it might try to pop back out if I'm not really careful with it. With a magnetic hoop, I don't have to be so careful, so I can just take these, slide them each direction, make sure everything is nice and taut, and my life is easy and I'm ready to go. I'd love to give you an awesome spiel where I go through the settings and tell you all the things that you need to change to do this kind of stuff, but that's the best part about this entire project. As long as we're avoiding that metal-based mesh, simply because I've worked on these machines 1,000 times and I would like to avoid going down that rabbit hole. So if we're using the standard mesh and our water-soluble stabilizer, we can embroider like we normally embroider. A regular needle, a regular speed, and just whatever embroidery design I'd like to use. If you've never used water-soluble stabilizer, this is just how easy it is to take off your embroidery designs. As you can see, our lovely hand model Alex here, and I would never have the fashion sense to pull off multicolored nails like that, but they can get rid of it really quickly. I hope this gives you a new project to try, and as always, I'm Quentin from Sewing and Vacuum Warehouse, and we'll see you next time.